Okay, I just captured the funniest picture to put with this video. Hey guys, it is Vaping Cookie here, and I'm in my massage office because I'm sorry. I was supposed to do my Tuesday talk yesterday, and I totally forgot that Sons of Anarchy was coming on. Season 6, is it that we're on now? I think. Yeah, season 6 premiere. I have a thing for Jax, so I had to watch it. I hope that you are not very upset with me. So my Tuesday talk, I guess, is technically a Wednesday talk. So I want to apologize to you, and here, come here. Give me a little hug. Give me a little hug. Don't worry, it's not the kind of hug where I put my boobs on you or anything like that. It's like more of a professional hug. Like far away, but totally appropriate. Or even we'll do the side hug. Look, there, where I clap you on the back and you clap me on the back. But no, I'm serious. I apologize for not doing my Tuesday talk. So I was trying to think of what I wanted to do for this talk, and I think I'm going to just talk to you about some vaping stuff, and then who knows where it will go from there. I am debating doing I want to have a contest, or no, totally wrong there. I want to have a show on the VP Live network. I was talking with Dimitri yesterday, and yeah, they're having a contest for new hosts for shows on the VP Live network. And I'm very interested in doing it. I think it would be a lot of fun. But you can tell even from my videos here, I don't have the most experience. So what am I going to talk about for an hour? Those shows need to be content driven. And yeah, I just don't know that I would have a lot of content to offer. So my original idea was to get with my friend Robert Ellis here on YouTube. Hi Robert. And he knows a heck of a lot more about vaping and especially rebuildables, things like that, than I do. And I would love to do a show with him. In my conversation with Dimitri, however, I kind of got the impression that two people on a show together may not be allowed, or at the very minimum, it might be very difficult to accomplish. The shows are done through Justin TV, and if any of you guys know about Justin TV, any comment below and give me suggestions. I have not made my account yet because I'm still kind of debating whether I want to go ahead and do the show. On the one hand, I think it would be a lot of fun, and if I could do it with Robert and I have been talking back and forth about it, it would be a whole lot of fun, I think. But on my own, I just don't know that I have enough content to drive a full hour-long show. It is a competition as well, and I'm sure there are going to be a lot of great entries, so kind of don't want to make a fool of myself. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Should I do a show, do you think? Do you have any ideas as far as what would make for an interesting show? My whole goal was always to make a show that was, geared toward beginner vapors. So let me know what you think. So there's that. I don't know, I'll go back and forth. I would like to do it. But I had an epiphany the other day, and I realized I was really nervous, number one, about the show, but even just calling in onto Kevin's show, I was supposed to call in on Sunday night, and I was nervous the whole weekend about it. So if I'm that nervous about calling in for a 10-minute segment, what am I going to be like when it gets close to, my show is supposed to start up October 5th. I got a lot of days to sit here and worry about it. So just decided if it's gonna be fun, I'm all for it. And this is just in my life in general. If it ain't any fun, I ain't gonna do it. So if I'm gonna be nervous, anxious, all of those things, not worth it. If it's fun though, I'm all in. So there's my thought as far as the web show, as far as life in general. If it ain't fun, I ain't gonna do it. So these videos are so much fun. You guys on my vape channel get so much more of the real me versus my beauty channel. Not that I'm not authentic there, but it's a much more, streamlined professional version of me. I don't curse there most of the time. But here it's just who I am, and I'm really having a lot of fun with these. So the vaping channel is not going away anytime soon. So let's have a vape. Are you ready? Do you have your vaping gear with you? Are you good to go? You should be. So let's have a vape. But I think that's a good philosophy for life. If it ain't fun, we ain't doing it. So how are you this week? What's going on? Are you doing well? Are you having a good vaping week? I hope so. I wonder what people in the hallway think. There's other people here in my office with me. Do they think I'm just in here talking on the phone? Or do they think that I'm just talking to myself? I wonder if they can hear anything. The walls here are paper thin, so I'm sure they can hear something. They probably just think I'm nutty, but they probably think that already. Okay, so one more. Maybe I should sit back like this so I'm not bouncing you all over the place. There. I don't have my glasses on and I need them to see, so I can't see you very clearly right now. Me. But I think that'll work out a little bit better. Don't you like this? Oh, wrong way. Don't you like this shot of the muscular system that you're enjoying during the video? So yeah, that's where I'm at as far as the web show. And Robert, I apologize that this is getting into the video before I had the chance to talk with you. I plan on, as soon as I can sit down and call you, I'm going to Skype you and we will go further in our discussions like we have been. Would be cool. I have, so many ideas of things. I originally thought before I ever knew Robert that it would be cool to have a call-in show where people could call in and give their, I smoked for this many years and this is how I found vaping, this is what I use. That sort of show would be really cool. And I know that the phone lines will be open if I decide to do the show. So, Robert, I could talk with you over the phone, but I really wanted that interaction between the two of us, both of us on the screen. So I need to get clarification from Dimitri. He's super busy. He's got a lot on his plate. And, just him taking the time to sit down and talk with me at all and teach me things is really appreciated. But I just need more clarification. I've been listening to a ton of the programming on the VP Live network to try and figure out, do I have something to offer that could build to this, could add to it? And there's some really good shows, but I noticed that everybody is very experienced, way more experienced than I am. Why am I still talking about this? I already told you all this. Let me think. Did you guys see the news story that came out, the Good Morning America thing? I think it was Savannah Guthrie did a segment where she had some doctor on there and they were talking about more and more kids going to vaping as opposed to smoking. And I don't think they put it, if I remember right, they didn't put it in those terms. But they were talking about, more and more kids picking up vaping. I have a 16-year-old stepdaughter and my 8-year-old son, I have a 12-year-old stepson. My thought is I would much prefer her or them to pick up vaping versus cigarettes. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I want them to be vapors, and I don't think they grew up around smoke and didn't like it. And even my 8-year-old constantly lectured me about, you need to quit smoking, you need to quit smoking. So I don't see any of them becoming cigarette smokers, hopefully. I don't really even see them becoming vapors. It's not something that they're super interested in or anything like that. But should they have to make a choice, I would much rather, when they're legal age, that they become vapors versus smokers. So I don't think that news story did anything to help the vaping cause, number one. It was very misleading. And number two, anybody with common sense, even the kid that they interviewed, and to me, anyone under 25 years of age is a kid to me. And I don't mean that in an insulting way if you yourself are that age. It's just I'm older now and I think of everybody as young. But I think he was the only one that had any common sense in the whole piece. This argument that it's like the media doesn't look at it as this is so much better, a better, safer alternative to smoking, it's almost being painted as this is worse than smoking. And that just, I don't understand where they're coming from on that. I just don't. It's so much better. I would much rather Kristen pick up vaping versus smoking. I'd rather her not be a smoker at all, and I don't think that she will be. But this is common sense. Would we rather her vape or smoke cigarettes? Please, but story after story I'm seeing about this lately, and it's so upsetting. I don't get it. The other argument is always, well, we just don't know. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know if this over the long term is safer. Studies are being done. The information is out there. And yes, we don't know through generation to generation, what vaping does over the course of years and years, but we do know, I mean, common sense would tell you. And by the way, my husband always says that I'm the most book smart person that he's ever known, but I have no common sense, and even I get this. If the studies come out and they show you that vaping is much, much healthier in the short term, it's going to be healthier in the long term. What's going to change between today and 50 years from now to make it suddenly worse than smoking cigarettes? This is, to me, that's common sense. This whole argument of we don't know is not really a good basis to get rid of vaping in general. But like my friend Lynette here, Lynette had said in one of her latest videos that she was nervous because she had seen some of these national stories that are coming out. At first glance, those stories are very, very scary. And Lynette, I understand exactly why you felt that way. If you see something on the national news, it really gets your attention. That's what it's designed to do. We've got to somehow find a way to combat that and to get the information out there. People are working on it. I think that the people on the VP Live network, for example, and the vape team especially, are really going a long way toward getting awareness out there. But we're not there by any means. We're not there. And every single one of us, if we care about this, should be doing our part as well. Look, it's upsetting me. I started out this video so positive. So let's see, there's that. We've got to do our part. There's the part about the contest, and really that was the whole thing about having a show. It's not that I just like sitting here looking at my face on the screen. I think all of us that do videos have something like that. But we genuinely want to help as well. And I really care about vaping and getting people off of cigarettes and getting them onto a much safer alternative. And so it just chaps my ass to see all of the attacks on it. You know what I mean? I don't get it. I have a couple of videos that I shot the other day, and one of them is called Vaping in Public. And Robert, you keep coming up in this, but I've been talking to you a lot lately. You and I sort of have different opinions about vaping in public. Robert vapes everywhere. He goes into his, neighborhood restaurants, and he was vaping until it was banned. And he vapes with no problem in his car, out in public. I mean, literally everywhere he is. I am currently hiding in my massage office having a vape, and I will vape in the hallway and things like that. But when my patients come in, I'm not going to just pull out my iTaste and go to it. That would be very off-putting to them. I hope that we get to the place where this is normalized. But even when I was filming my first few vaping videos, I have people that have come over from my beauty channel, and I'm sure it was very off-putting to them, not knowing what it is, to see me doing this. It was off-putting to the people here that work with me, at first, and I'm sure they were worried because it looks a hell of a lot like smoking. So I'm sure they were worried about what they were breathing in. And, I've even had issues with my husband. He's not a vapor. I wish that he was, but I'm glad that he's not, sort of thing, because he did quit smoking cold turkey. But you know, even he worries about, you know, is that going to give you pneumonia because it's water vapor? Um, what are the long-term effects? Is it really healthier? You know, he has the same sorts of questions that a lot of people do. And no matter how much I explain to him things, he's got his mind made up. And I think a lot of people, just in the general population, think along those lines. You're not going to change their mind. So, what do you guys do? Do you vape in public? Do you vape in your car? Do you vape at work? You know, those sorts of things. Would you go into a shopping mall and vape? I wouldn't do that. You know, I don't know that it helps our cause, but I just wanted to kind of get your thoughts and feelings on that. My video will come out, and if you'd like, you can comment on that one instead. But I kind of want to know your thoughts and feelings on vaping in public. So anyway, I hope that this is a decent Tuesday talk. There's no dogs making out with me. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I look forward to reading your comments below. I hope you guys are having a great vape day. Bye!